All right, I've really been enjoying this month's new ambassador box, and honestly, we got up the flower of the month is what I want to try on today's video. On top of this, a bunch of other stuff that comes in the box, but the lobster butter, I did talk about it in the box video, but dude, for being a red label, which is technically like their mid-tier if you ask me, and once again, mid is honestly not bad. Like a lot of people use it with a negative connotation, but it just means that it's good flour that'll get you baked. But I was really surprised by this red label, and it also comes with their purple label, which is their top shelf, which the black ice is pretty interesting. Got a mint-like kind of smell and taste. It's very, very strong. All right, what is going on, people of Earth? My name is Chilly Dilly, back at you with another chill-ass video, man. And today is a pretty cool one if you ask me. Now, obviously, this flower did come in that box, but what is cool about it is that it is their flower of the month. Now, I don't know if they've already been doing this, just completely honest, or if this is new, but if that is something that they keep doing every month, I think that's just a pretty cool thing overall. I just like when companies do stuff like that. Now, this one is lobster butter. It is coming in at only 20%. Now, obviously, some people will be like, oh, 20% isn't a lot, blah, 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 blah. But I've had 20% that feel like fucking 35 or like 30, you know what I'm saying? So that never really matters to me. The only time I get concerned if it's like 10%, 15%. But yeah, shout out to them. And honestly, this is the last of the flower, so I'm going to talk about it. But I think it's my first time trying it on camera. I'm not sure. Cheers. Now, me personally, right? And yes, I know we are using a blend, so I know somebody's going to be like, oh, bro, but you ain't even going to be able to taste it. You can taste it. I promise you. Because this, to me, tastes like a garlicky seafood boil type of situation. Like the, what is it called? Where it's like all that shit in a bag and you're using like weird plasticware or whatever on your hands and it looks kind of like a sex thing, but it's really not. But I kind of think it looks like a sex thing. I'm not much about seafood boils to begin with because, I don't know, I just think it's weird, bro. Like, I literally went to New Orleans one time and I went with my family and a girl, and they wanted to get a seafood boil as we had been drinking and walking all down the, what is it called? Bourbon Street, or like just all around there, you know? And I remember I had another one time in a more appropriate situation in which it was like just going, eating, coming home. But even then, I just thought it was weird. I don't like that the potatoes are whole. But to me, that is kind of what it tastes like. Has like a garlicky lobster butter kind of taste. And it's really fucking good because I'm not into like GMOs, things like that have a food kind of smell. I'm not even much into like the chocolate strains. The only ones that I've been into is like a frosted sugar cookie and I don't know. I like the fruit ones. I'm down with the fruit ones. Like you can't go wrong with the LCG, like a lemon cherry gelato. You can't go wrong with any kind of like cherry runts, anything like that, right? That's just a great go-to to begin with. Anytime it has lemon in it, just know, or lime. I actually have tried a couple lime ones here recently. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. Like, I tried a key lime pie, and oh man, that shit was delicious. And once again, it is just such a weird thing to me at this point, because if you would have told me 10 years ago that not only was I doing this, but on top of that, trying all these different crazy strains, how far strains have come since Gorilla Glue, Sour Diesel, Jet Fuel, Blue Dream. Because like I said, I've always lived on the, for those that don't know, I've always lived on the East Coast. I've always lived in illegal states, so I've never had the luxury of going to a dispensary. Now, there's a lot opening near, like, states around me. Hopefully my state becomes legal. That would be fucking amazing. I think it actually might be medically legal. I'm not 100% sure, but that doesn't really matter because medical flower, like just medical dispensaries are not cool. Like, it's very boring, and it's generally, like, capsules and little things that are not fun. And the flour is very, very controlled percentage-wise. But overall, I've only gotten like the strains that were popular around that time. And then even when time went on, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, okay, I've talked about it before, but even when I was using THCA first, the flower, like when it first came out years ago, I was still very skeptical on it, which is crazy. I still told people, I was like, even when using D8 and all that, have always been upfront with like, hey, I'm also buying black market flower because like, this shit, I don't think it's cutting it for me. And I don't know what exactly switched. I think it was like, I had no money, dude. And it was like JK Distro and a couple other companies were sending me this flour, and I was like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try for a month. I even made a video about it. I don't know if it's still up, but you can go check it out. It's been, it feels like forever ago. I think I titled it like, I stopped using regular, like street flour and just use THCA for the month. Now, so that was my plan. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna buy black market flour after the month, and I'm gonna test again and be like, okay, is this the real deal? Like, am I gonna feel the same way? So boom, I did that. And I even remember for the first couple days, like, I didn't feel as baked. Like, just being honest, I was just like, bro, like, I swear this isn't it. Then after a week, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely baked, right? But then I was even in my brain like, oh, well, it's just because I've gotten the other more strong out of my system. But so a month went by, bada bing, bada boom. I buy some black market flour. Just instantly, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get more baked. I smoke it, feel the exact same, and I was like, bro, for the last like 6 months plus, I had been wasting my money buying black market flour when I literally was getting regular flour. I was like, oh my god. You can imagine I felt really stupid, obviously. And I still see some people be like, oh, you know, THCA is just as good, but it doesn't get me baked. And I'll always say, it's probably the company or product that you get, because I personally have tried so many different ones, and yeah, I've definitely tried ones that felt weaker than other ones, right? It's an unregulated market. At the end of the day, they all could be lying to us, and we have no idea, right? We have no real way to prove it other than paying a lot of money, because if you don't know, getting this shit tested costs a lot of money. And a lot of people do not have that kind of money, I promise you. Like, I think it's up in the $400 or $500, if not more, depending. Like, if you're getting a whole batch, right? But to get it, like, really tested is a lot of money. And not a lot of people can do that, right? So, I'm just saying, always be skeptical. Always be doing research and whatnot. Yeah, this lobster butter, it's fucking smacking, honestly, dude. I fuck with it heavy. What y'all been getting into, man? I've literally just been playing some Arc Raiders. Been watching Better Call Saul. It's a fucking great show. If you watch Breaking Bad, which I did forever ago, but I always fucked with Saul in the show. And then I tried to watch it, but I couldn't get into it. Watching it now again, and I'm almost done with it, honestly, man. What else? I've been playing Resident Evil Village, which is the one after Biohazard that came out. They both came out a minute ago, but I could never get I could never torrent the Village game for some reason. I could never find it on any of the websites, so I just was like, fuck it, and it never went on sale, so I was like, fuck it, I guess I'm just never playing this. Went to Game Pass, and I was like, let's go. But I mean, man, this is a smooth 20%, right? Like, I'm baked, I'm chilling, and it tastes great. I can still taste it through the wrap, which it's a White Russian. I will say that these two don't really match, but fuck it, I guess, whatever. I ran out of papers, just to be completely honest. That is why I'm using a wrap. But I guess we're gonna go ahead and put it out, man, because I am pretty baked. 20%, like I said, sometimes can still hit you. It all comes down to the terps, really, at the end of the day, because some of the terps could make you feel even more baked, even at a lower percent. I don't know. We're gonna learn more about it since it's been rescheduled. I guarantee that. Anyway, if you enjoy the End Bump, you can send your own to chillydillyendbumps@gmail.com. Much love. Be safe. Peace.
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would. I'm about to fucking lose my sanity, 'cause all I do is do what the good. Could you do the work? Transformation work, transformation. Acting like they care about us, still they leaving bodies in the cold. Talking about a god, but they body lacking a soul. Bloods on the east, and started cracking the cold. Money, power, fame is always really the goal. Only really shows a minute, nobody